All my gripes about my current job boil down to people sucking at writing. That's my gripes with everything on the internet too. Like, people know what they mean, but they cannot type what they mean. They're genuinely incapable of it. And then the ones who do type successfully what they mean, others can't read it because their ability to distill the information you've typed just isn't there. So that's cool. That's cool. But whatever. I mean, again, that's why I'm like, yeah, I like being a streamer, right? We can curate this a little bit. I don't think all of you are perfect at reading, but we're definitely above the average here, right? We're definitely above the average. So there's that, I guess. No one reads anymore. I still read. And we have a book club. But yeah, a lot of my friends just like don't read as much as they used to. But I know a lot of people are still making an effort to read a little bit. I mean, thankfully there's stuff like Book Talk, right? Like there are communities of people talking about books, reviewing books and all that. So they're making it kind of fashionable and cool to be reading. So you just hope the pendulum will swing a little bit from that. I'm reading the chat right now. So true. I know how to read because I know the names of the emotes. Dude, me too. Twitter before bed replaced reading for me. Wish I was kidding. You gotta put the phone across the room. Phone in other room. I have an alarm clock that I've had since probably like the early thousands or late 90s or something. Okay. And it has never stopped working. It has always worked. And that thing, if I need to get up by a certain time, that thing gets set to that time. That is all. Or you can get something like an Amazon Echo or like similar, any of those voice activated things. Those are good because you have to say something. You have to use your voice, and nothing wakes you up more than having to be like, turn off alarm, loud enough that it hears you, you know? But I like the old OG digital clock. Mine's got a wood grain, and it's got that classic black plastic with like the red numbers. I love that thing, and it's loud as fuck. Every dad had that one. Yeah. Wait, let me see. It's the OG, the classic one, and it's worked so well. Mine looks like Bardis. It's this one. There were a few different brands, but the one that I have is this one. I've had this thing for ever.
How to read in a read book about reading. It read really well. Now read doesn't sound like a word no more.
Oh yeah, you wanna have a word not sound like a word anymore? Whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot, well, whether the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. Oh, that one always gets me. Yeah, I have this one. I've had it for forever. And dude, throwing my phone across the room and using this instead, it fixed me. It unironically fixed me because I was starting to scroll, and I was doing that. Sometimes I'll still have the phone near me if I'm like, I want to sleep and I want to sit there and read something that is on my phone before sleeping. I want to read some slop, or I want to read something that maybe is like a real thing. I want to read an article. I don't know. I'll do that. But I don't set phone alarms. And when I'm like about to fall asleep, I'm like done with it. I like have this spot on a nightstand where I'll place my phone that's like really out of reach. Like I reach over and place it down. So if I'm going to wake up and go for it, it's not easy arm's length. I have to like get up a little bit and reach for it, you know? But yeah, I do that. And then if I ever find myself falling into bad habits, plugging the phone in somewhere else, it's not next to me when I'm sleeping is the way. And it's just, you just get yourself right out of it if you discipline yourself, really, right? And I've just always used it because I knew I was prone to bad like morning phone habits. For me, it was never nighttime. It would be that I would crack my eyes open and I would pull out the phone and start like reading something, and I would just stay in bed until whatever. Instead of getting up and being like, let me spend more time cooking and moving around, I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and read something and then get up when I have to, right? And I'm prone to that if I let myself do that, so I just put it across the damn room, and then I don't do it if it's not immediately in my hand right when I wake up. I just don't do it at all. I was good at not being late to stuff in the morning. Like I would still see the time, on my phone in the top corner, and I would go, oh yeah, no, now I actually have to get up to be ready. But I wouldn't allow myself to just go slow, because I'd sit there and read stuff or watch something until like, the last minute. And then I wouldn't be in a crazy rush, but it's good for you to just go really slow. Genuinely. It's good for you to wake up and be like, do I want to wear this? Puts shirt on. Maybe I want to swap it for a different color. Puts different shirt on. I don't know, right? Like you want to give yourself time to just be like nicely, gently contemplating all the things you're doing, and not just being like, I'll just grab whatever kind of matches and then I'll run out the door. It's just better for you in a lot of ways. Ooh, exercising wrecks your sleep a little bit. It's the opposite for me. Exercise makes me sleep better. I find I was having more trouble with sleep when I couldn't exercise, because of health stuff. When I like really could not do cardio, I could not do lifting, real lifting, I could only do basic shit, I was not sleeping as well. And then once I was able to actually do more again, then I would sleep way better. That's just me though. That was different for everyone. Enter a clock is still pretty good. I set alarms, but almost always wake up before them. Me too. If I have something I have to get up for, I almost always wake up before the beeps, you know? And when that's the case, I just let myself lay there until the beeps actually happen. Because even if I'm not sleeping, it's still rest, you know? Woke up this morning and cleaned my entire kitchen. If you are up and you don't have anywhere to go yet, but you've got 10 minutes, your brain just starts looking for shit to do, you know? Your brain is like, what could I fill this time with? And you tend to look for things that are right around you. So yeah, you're standing in the kitchen, you just ate, you finished eating, you look around and you're like, well, I do keep the cleaning supplies under the sink, you know? like those thoughts will occur to you. But if you get up and you're just in like, you know, your little office where your computer is, you're not gonna think about what's in the kitchen. You're not gonna think about those cleaning supplies. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna look around you and be like, ooh, my computer's in front of me. And maybe you'll trick yourself into thinking you're gonna do something cool with that, but you're not. You're gonna open YouTube, you know? So it's just about like making stuff accessible to yourself that's good. Putting yourself in situations, right? It's my day off and I need to clean one room or I'll never get done. I'm so busy. I'm so good with like, if I can trick myself into cleaning for 5 minutes, I will then clean for 5 hours. I just have to tell myself, oh, I'll just clean this little thing. I never have to sit there and be like, yeah, let me do this big task today. Let me do that big task today. I just go, yeah, let me do this small tangential task. Oh, I just want to wipe that one shelf. I just haven't cleaned that one shelf in a bit. And I clean the one shelf. And by the time I'm done with the shelf, now my brain is like just ready to keep going, you know? I don't really like task myself with big things on specific days too much. I have it in the back of my mind that I would like to do it. And if it's, you know, enough time has passed, it'll get done. But generally, I just trick myself into doing the little thing when I know I have a lot of time and seeing where it goes. You know, let's see where this takes me. And the next thing you know, yeah, the whole place is clean.
If you have a few minutes before going to work, it's always a good idea to check the fire alarms with all the windows open so everyone else knows you're testing them. Faction redeems chat.
I had a neighbor a long time ago that would do that in an old apartment. They would like do all their really noisy shit in the morning because they were the type that like to get home, shower, couch rot, and then sleep. So they never did anything important late. It was only in the morning. And this was, you know, we shared a hallway, so their door was like near mine. So the windows were pretty well sealed and pretty good with sound, but the doors were not. So when people are doing stuff in their apartment, you know, you would hear it through the hallway. The doors were flimsy as hell. So they would be up in the morning and be like, oh, you know, I really want to put up a new, you know, a painting. And you just hear them hammering a nail into the wall. Bam, 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 bam. Like, dude, you could not be up after 7:30. 7:30. This guy, 7:30, he was awake and doing stuff. And if he had a task, it was getting done at that time. If I had a day off ever, could not sleep in. Impossible. But he was like 70 something. And I did not have it in me because I really don't think he was aware of how much noise he was making. Like he just didn't hear how loud it was, you know? Everything had to be loud for him to hear it anyway. So he was not that aware of it. So I just couldn't bring myself to be like, shut the hell up, you know, or whatever. Because it wasn't like 6:30. It was still within reasonable, most working people might be up at this time if they have to commute anywhere kind of time, you know. I was just like, man, he was like 70 something. I couldn't do it.